What do you do that brings you happiness? Where do you go, or what do you do that refills your soul and makes you feel good, makes you feel rested and ready to take on the day or the week or the month or even the year? Hey, it's Coach Dave here, and this morning on Elite Real Estate Coaching and Training's Morning Drive, we're going to talk a little bit about that. And hopefully you'll be able to hear me because it's raining, and we've had a crazy drought here in Kansas City, so I am not going to complain about this rain. I'm very grateful. For those of you who don't know, I'm a sailor. I love being on mine or anybody's sailboat. I own a sailboat. Like I said, keep it on the lake about 5 minutes from our house. And several years ago, I went and got all the certifications required for me to be able to charter a sailboat in some pretty wonderful places. And I've chartered a couple times in the Caribbean and sailed from island to island. And I've chartered in Florida and down on the Gulf Coast and had a blast chasing dolphins and doing all these wonderful things. My daughter and I and my business partner and I have all raced small sailboats. And I find tremendous pleasure in that. When I'm on the sailboat, there's all these small little adjustments that I can make to make the boat do what I want it to do. And it's kind of my happy place. And the reason I bring all this up is both Friday night and Saturday, and then even a big chunk of the day on Sunday, I was able to get out on my boat. Now, it's been a very hectic year with writing the book and some personal things that have gone on in my life, and being the broker of a very successful real estate office. I just hadn't had the time that I normally have to spend on my boat. Or at least that's the lie that I was telling myself. See, I had the same amount of time in a day and a week and a month that I'd always had. I just hadn't made that my priority. We all have the same amount of hours in a day. It's what we do with those hours that counts. And as busy as I got, as focused as I was on all these other things that were going on in my life, I had failed to make this thing that brings me peace and happiness a priority in my life. And I was getting up this morning, getting ready, and I was thinking about how good I felt, how rested I was, and how energized I was for my week. And reflecting on how much time I was able to spend over the weekend doing this thing that brings me happiness and joy and kind of fills up my soul. And it got me thinking about our agents. A lot of the agents that I coach will come in and talk to me, and they're in this fatigue and burnout stage. And the burnout rate for our industry is incredibly high, especially coming out of a market like we've been in for the last couple of years. And so if I have a message for you, it's to go back to some of those conversations that we've already had, and that is, why are you doing this? Why are you selling real estate instead of working at, IBM? For most of us, it's because we wanted flexibility and freedom. We were entrepreneurs. The people that I coach tend to be super high on the entrepreneur scale. They want to own their own business. They don't want to just sell some houses. And so the problem that we run into is that if we're not careful, we'll cross that line from being passionate about our business to being obsessed with our business. And when we become obsessed with our business, we go into that world of unhealthy. We forget to do the things that make us happy. We neglect the people and things in our lives that bring us joy, which then can destroy everything that we're working for. So my message to you today is, work hard, but don't be afraid to play hard. Earn the right to do the things that bring you joy and happiness, and then go do those things. For some of us, that's not easy. I know that for me in particular, the first 8 months of this year, actually going back into last fall, everything that was going on in my world meant that I was laser focused on other things than those things that I claim that I'm working for, and I needed to fix that. So I've kind of hit the reset button, if you will, and I hope that you can do the same thing. And I will tell you this, I'll end with one of the messages that you hear me hammer home all the time, and that is this: if you live a disciplined calendar, if you know when you're supposed to do things and where you're supposed to be because you've scheduled it properly, you ought to be able to schedule the time to do the things that bring you joy. And I'm not saying you can't have a life of some spontaneity. From time to time, I will just wrap up early and go down to my boat and swim, or go sailing in a quiet evening. That isn't always planned, and it's okay when your day gets opened to do things that bring you joy. But it's also important that you have a routine that keeps you focused, so that when the time comes, you have it to do those things that make you happy. As always, if you like my videos, click that subscribe button, click the like button. It costs you nothing, but it is good for me. It does help me, and it helps other people see my message. So if you find value in the message, hitting that like and subscribe button definitely will make YouTube show it to more people in our business. And if there's anything I can do for you, please do not hesitate to contact me. My phone number and email address, my social media contacts, they're all over the internet. It's not hard to find me. I may even put them, I will. I'm going to put my email address on the screen on this video along with my phone number. If you would like to reach me, you have questions, no obligation. I'm not going to try to sell you coaching, but if you're a real estate agent out there that's struggling in any way, shape, or form, and you just would like some help, give me a call. Shoot me an email. I'll let you know my thoughts on things you could be doing, and hopefully the rain and the windshield wipers didn't mess up the video today, guys. Have a great day, and I'll talk to you soon.